Audio's rolling.
Just hold it up the whole time, or?
Probably. I'm just going to point it towards people that needs to. But so that should be.
That was a loud clap.
Yeah.
I can't usually clap that loud, but I've been made fun of because the way I clap is essentially just keep slapping my hands.
The other one is. I don't know how they do it right.
Well, they don't even cup your hands, but they don't like it because I clap like this.
Yeah.
That's a nice
It's
microphone.
not how to clap.
This is actually not a nice microphone, so thank you.
That's where you're wrong. It's actually
It
garbage.
looks enough like a nice microphone.
All right.
You got the dead cat on it.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. I'll point.
Patty's
Am I in the?
birthday.
I'm not in the frame there, right?
Yeah.
Let me go.
I would have thought about putting-
Ava, can you see my face in this camera?
Back
Back up a little.
back up.
Now I can. Now I
Okay,
can.
cool.
It was like I could see your face. I just couldn't see the top of your head.
That's fine. All right. All right, everyone. Welcome to the first meeting of the year. We're going over Global Game Jam. It's the main theme for the night, and then the second theme is, what do you call that stuff? The arcade project. So I can do it based on memory. All right, we are here thanks to Techlahoma. Techlahoma sponsors many different events. You can find out more information at techlahoma.org. We're also here thanks to TU. They're the ones giving us this space. And we're part of the CSG group. So if you want more information, you can talk to Professor Akram or the other ones that run the department. They can give you the lowdown on everything you need to know if you wanted to come here and become a student, but also if you're already a student, how to transfer, things like that. They'll help you out. So thank you to them. And then for those online, we're in Razor Hall at TU. If you ever decide to come, it's always open. It's the second Thursday of every month at 6 o'clock p.m. Central. So that's the main thing. Is anyone, who's all coming to Game Jam? You got them? Phil, you don't know?
When is it?
When it's the last weekend of this month.
Okay, I'll look at my calendar.
Yeah. Are you going, Chaz?
I don't know yet.
Okay. I am torn on what teams to join in and stuff, because Dave said he's finally coming in person. He's never come before. And then you and I haven't made something together, so I was kind of torn on like, oh, we should do that. So if
Are you still considering doing like one of those motion picture things again, like last year?
I wasn't. I was just gonna join a team and just have fun. What's up, Ava?
Didn't you say we were gonna do something together?
We're doing the arcade project together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is different.
No, this. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the arcade project is the.
Sorry, at some point I thought we had
You
talked about doing something with the joining a team together on the game jam.
I don't know about that, but I mean, like everyone's invited that's on the team.
Okay, I might be confusing stuff.
I wanted to work with you on the arcade project that we're currently working on together.
All right.
And so,
Yeah.
let me go back to me. Yes, Phil.
That last weekend, is that the 24th or the 31st?
31st.
Cool.
Flip that around, so hopefully we can sometime. I'm Daniel. What's your name? Nathan. Are you thinking of going to Game Jam? Or you're like, I have no idea what Game Jam is.
I have no idea.
Okay, so Game Jam is when you have 48 hours to make a game. You're given a theme, and then you show up here. You're given the theme, and then you make the game you start on a Friday, and then by Sunday afternoon, you have to submit it to the website. And so that's Global Game Jam, and it doesn't matter what your skill level is, doesn't matter any of that stuff. Whatever you're good at. My first one was literally 13 of us in one Unity project because none of us had actually made a game, and we all just did whatever we could to actually like make something happen.
Is this the one, the dance studio?
Yeah, it was a dance studio, and so that was that
Sorry,
one.
what?
It was the first year we did it. We rented out the Aloft dance studio. They gave us space, and we did it there. It was really cool. Is anyone on the fence about coming? I know you said you're kind of on the fence. Is it more just time thing, or you're like, I'm burnt out right now and I need space?
Right.
Yeah.
When is it gonna be?
It'll be in this spot. It'll be the last weekend of this month, so it's the 28th.
30th,
It goes through
Yes.
February this year, I thought.
Yeah, so it's 30th, 31st, and ends on February 1st.
Okay, I'm gonna be out of town at that time.
That's fine.
Me and Aaron are gonna go see Iron Man down in Dallas.
Nice.
Oh, that's premiering?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when it's premiering?
Yeah.
I've been debating going to see it. It's just, I am a wimp when it comes to horror.
I don't know what is Iron Man Iron Lung? Is it a concert
It
or
is
a?
It was based
Or
off an
anime.
indie game. Someone in the Markiplier decided he was gonna make a whole movie out of it for some reason.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I was gonna say it sounds like a movie.
Which it's a video game turned movie, which apparently the movie has broken
You're
a
probably
record
familiar
for the
with it.
most
The
amount of
writer
artificial
creators of
blood.
Doom made it.
Worked on it.
I
Okay.
mean, Iron Man.
Dusk, that is. So the
Dusk, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
it's made by the same guy who made Dusk. And if you're familiar with the horror game where you're inside a submarine and an ocean full of blood and you
Yeah.
have to take pictures, does that ring a bell?
Yes.
It's that game.
Okay.
And Markiplier's making a movie out of it.
I don't know
Alright.
why he took that game of all things.
Low budget, I
That's
guess.
awesome.
Yeah.
It has some really good lore, but it looks like the entire movie's just gonna take place inside a submarine, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably helps with the sets. You would need minimal sets
Very little.
if the
Yeah.
entire game takes place in a submarine.
What happened to the AVGN movie? We've gotta go watch that classic again.
Right.
Right?
Gotta find ETs.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
is it okay that I'm handling the
yeah,
camera?
you're fine.
Sorry.
So we don't know what this year's theme is or anything like that. Technically, you'll find out a week before, but don't tell anyone because, like, for example, I like to be surprised until we get here and then watch the actual theme. But Global Game Jam started years ago in one of those very cold countries where it would snow. So what they said was, let's all meet up at one place. The big snow blizzard will show up and we'll make a game before it melts. And it basically took like 2 or 3 days. And so that's what they did. And that was the first game jam that they did. And then they were like, oh, let's just make it available for anyone. We'll do it at the same time. And that was Global Game Jam was born.
Interesting.
And then what tools do you use or do you? None.
I just try to learn. I haven't done it
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
the first time.
That's the best thing to do, because then you can just join a team and then see what other people do. It doesn't mean people do things the correct way, but you'll see how something gets made.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Is that like once a year or
We do it once a year.
once a year?
Yeah, it's every January.
Global Game Jam is once a year, but if you really like it, there are a lot of, I know, because itch, I believe, is the most common place people submit stuff to. You can find game jams all over. There's one that I think is currently going, and I don't think it's set to end until sometime after I die. Like, it's like a weird jam that's like going to be taking, like, the end date is like years in the future. So, but yeah, not all of them are take 48 hours. So if you want to do a little more of a challenge, you can find one that's longer or shorter.
There's also an event called Train Jam. There's a train that goes from Chicago to San Francisco, and there's a big game developers conference every year in San Francisco. So what they do is everyone gets on.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Everyone gets on the train, a bunch of developers, they fill it up, everyone joins different teams, and then before they land in San Francisco, they'll all develop games and they'll put all those on display at the convention and stuff like that. So that's another one that was fun. So, welcome, I'm Daniel, what you doing?
Pretty fun.
Brennan, you haven't been here before, have you? Okay, I didn't think so. We are recording, just so you know, but it's not live. The internet speed for us is really awful, so we record it and then we'll upload it later. And so,
Where did you upload these, by the way?
the Tulsa Game Guys YouTube channel. They have like 5,000 followers. People used to do video tutorials, and then they blew up a whole bunch, and so people started following. So I have no idea if they like this or not.
I assume you share statistics somewhere.
Yeah.
Chopped up on that one thing.
And so that's we're doing the main thing is we're doing game jams at the end of this month. So are you guys in the Discord also?
I haven't joined Discord.
Okay, here I'll grab. Do you have Discord?
Yeah.
Are you in the Tulsa Game Guys? But if you guys want to, you can scan that. That'll take you to your website, and then there's the Discord links right in there.
Yeah, I think I'm already, it's a task.
Okay, good.
So,
Did you guys, I'm sorry, this is completely off topic, but did you, and I know it was mentioned in the Discord, but. Yeah, what do you guys think about that Stardew Valley Orchestra that's coming up?
Yeah, I saw that, just I was looking at shows around here.
You're the one who
I've never
posted
actually
it.
played the game.
I mean, I just
know
got an
of it.
ad for it, it says,
It's gonna be at the Tulsa Theater later this month.
yeah, actually, for me, it says, Tulsa, Oklahoma is February 4th, and then February 5th is Oklahoma City.
You watch it here, you drive 2 hours to go see it.
Right.
Yeah, the
It's
days,
just that good.
well, if you really want to, February 3rd, you can start, it's in San Antonio, Texas, so you could go start there, then spend the day driving to Tulsa, and then drive to Oklahoma the next day.
Now, that's what you would do for a Metallica concert. That's not what you would do for the Stardew Valley Orchestra.
There are Stardew Valley fans that would be into that.
Okay.
I am a Stardew Valley fan. I play the game. Granted, I love farming
Yeah.
games.
We get it, you're getting married.
But I would say I'm not the kind of Stardew Valley fan that would spend 3 days in a row driving across states to see the concert 3 times.
Yeah. Right. All right, so I have random tips. Okay, we're doing Global Game Jam, and that's the end of the month, and you have 48 hours to make a game. So we start on a Friday, you're given a theme, and then you join up with people, and then you can make it. You guys can technically do it remote if you want to. I do not recommend that. The whole point is come here, meet people, whatever you're good at, no matter if it's I can draw, I can make music, I can program. We had one guy last year, all he did was voiceover acting and did weird sounds with his mouth and stuff like that. So like, don't feel like you're tied to, oh, I don't know how to make a full game, so I can't make a game at all. Like that's not the point. It's whatever skills you have, you apply them to whatever team you join. I do not recommend staying up late at night. And once you hit like 10 o'clock or 11, go to bed and get a full night's sleep. Don't stay up all night. The first year we did it, we were like, let's rush through this. And between the hours of 11 and 3 a.m., we would stay up and we literally would just sit around and eat food and talk, and we didn't actually do any work. And then you got really bad sleep. And then we also, that location, we actually could sleep at it, so we all brought beds and stuff like that and pallets. I don't recommend doing that. Don't bring a pallet here.
Slept on pallets?
Yeah, it was fun.
Why?
Because it was our first one, and it was like a lock-in.
Like wooden shipping pallets or what?
No, like
Oh.
a fold-out bed.
Oh, okay.
Cot. And then
can't
all the-
imagine pallets too.
yeah.
You slept on wooden shipping pallets, no mattress, no blankets. just-
Daniel carrying up
Yeah.
like 3 pallets.
Uh,
Leave it in my bed.
Right. Whenever you move it, press this button, and that will put it in focus.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't recommend doing that. What I do recommend, though, is getting whatever meals you normally would. Don't throw off your eating schedule. Don't throw off your sleeping schedule. Don't throw off any of that stuff. But focus all your time is not, oh, I'm going to relax that weekend. It's like, no, I'm going to push myself to get some work done and stuff like that. But if you overdo it, you're not going to get anything done. The first night, you should have your idea and some sort of something written out on paper. And then by the end of Saturday night, you should have whatever your mechanic is and a way to beat it by the end of Saturday night. And then you should spend all day Sunday just making sure that one level works great. Don't worry, oh, we have 15 levels and we're going to do these things and there's going to be this and there's going to be, like, don't do that. Just literally focus on one mechanic and that's it.
I will say the one time I've seen a game where they had a lot of levels like that, it was someone who's prioritized all their time into making a level builder. And so it was literally just them like, okay, I want to place the blocks like that. I want to place the blocks like that. But I'm not going to say that does not seem. I wouldn't recommend that if that's your first time.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you see the ones that do a lot of that, it's because they didn't
But you're talking about the Angel one though?
Yeah, it's the Angel one, which was a little controversial, I believe.
Well, the reason that was an issue is because you technically have a whole week, and he started that whole week. So he
Yeah.
already built out a bunch of stuff and had the level. So when he came here, all he was doing was building out levels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so he just needed help with art and stuff, which art looked great. all that.
And the idea is you're supposed to start and end during the competition window.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
I know his justification was that as long as he spent a total hour, like time of like a total group, because I helped him with some of the art.
Mhm.
As long as he didn't spend more than 48 hours, he was like, oh, I should be in the clear. But I know it's,
No, you can spend the whole week.
oh, you can.
Yeah, as soon as it starts to when it ends, you have a whole week to do it. We just choose to do it because it used to be we only had 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually an event on itch that you can join anywhere,
Yeah.
but we just participate here.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so the logic is, the reason we do it that way, so say someone comes in with their project, you really only get like 2 or 3 people that may join your team, whereas if you just come here and you all get together, you have a bunch of strangers and then you all just kind of start with something fresh. And so that's why that's recommended. Have you made a game or worked on any games or anything? Okay, cool.
I've never been.
Okay, well, this is the opportunity if you're like, I'm thinking of making a game or I'm thinking I want to go down as a career path. This is where you can get your feet wet and you're either like, oh, I hate this. I'm never doing this again. Glad I figured that out now. Or you're like, okay, I'm hooked and that's what you're going to do for the rest of your life. So it's kind of a, and some people it's other stuff. So I know, the only person I know that's doing something ahead of time or anything is Andy, is working on the Commodore 64 game, and he'll be doing everything fresh there with code, but he has a library of stuff that he's done, and he's going to be looking for artists and stuff like that. So if anyone does pixel art or anything like that, or wants to do some retro art, that's a good opportunity. I know he's going to be looking for someone. I don't know who else. You're on the fence about going. I know I'm going with, if Dave shows up, I'm going with him. If Ches shows up, I'm going with his team. Depending on who shows up, they're going to lead, and then I'm going to follow. So that's my plan. What about you, Ava? Are you going to lead a team this year?
Here's the thing, is as fun as it would be to lead a team, I am probably not the best person to lead a team because I know I can get kind of hot-headed.
Mm-hmm. So this is good practice for you to not be hot-headed.
It would be, because I mean, the closest I can think of to when I've led a team before was when I was, it was a thing where we just had 3 people. I was the lead artist because I was the only artist.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot easier for me when it was a small team because it was easier to toss ideas back and forth and make sure nothing really got lost.
Yeah. All right. So I'm actually going to open up to the floor a bit. Does anyone that's done a game jam before have any advice? Point. Anyone?
Small, super small.
Hold on, Ches got some gold right here. All right. What was that? What was that? Let me put the mic up. Say it again.
Small, super small.
Yeah, there we go.
If you think it's small, it's not small enough.
Yeah. And so the logic behind the small thing is not just levels, but even mechanics, menus, everything, music. The smaller you can keep it, the quicker you can get something made to me, then you have more time to polish. So one year we did a mechanic where whatever move you did, you were able to rewind time at any point and then fix it. And it was like the whole time just figuring that out. And once we got that done, it was like, oh, okay, now we can build stuff out. Oh, let's add this, whatever. But if, I've seen teams where they were trying something really big and they had to quit midway. Well, we only have this one thing working, so that's our game now. We have this one thing game. I keep looking at you, just this it's not.
I guess to add something, because I've been in those teams where it's just an extension of the small. Because in my experience, it's easy to think big, especially if it's your first time and you don't realize how big is too big. So if you realize you're going big, be prepared to scrap stuff. Don't, be willing to say, okay, we'll wait on this in order to be able to downsize in the case that it is too big.
Glenn, you've done a game jam before. Do you have any advice for people out on the interwebs or in the room?
Keep it small. Learn how to use Git.
Okay, and how do you get why?
We spent a whole day just trying to get Git set up, and then we kept getting merge conflicts and didn't know how to get them up. Then we were trying to rewind Git and it wasn't working. Then we just had to make a whole new repo because we were running out of time.
Here's the solution for me is I'm
Oh, and also keep track of your teammates and how they're programming the game, because their style of programming is going to be different from yours, and it's going to throw a lot of things off.
I'm going to say the solution for the Git thing for me has always been that I'm too scared to use Git, so I just hand all my stuff off to someone who's using it.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for me when I know that it's already set up, but whenever I have to do like major merge conflicts, major merges, when I have to do like a big merge, I always get scared. So yeah, make sure you know someone that knows how to use it.
Do you guys even know what Git is? I mean, okay. Some people, like, they literally, like, this is their first time coming to a meeting, and it's like they don't know what anything is. So, okay.
I might also advise being cautious about certain mechanics in the game, because it may take you a lot longer to implement something than what you expect. Like he's working on an inventory system in his game right now.
Isn't it
I
fun?
might not want to implement an inventory system in a game which I only have 2.5 days to make, because that could require a lot
Can you
of
steal
capital.
code from your other games?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Identify what the core of your game is first, work on that. Make sure you got that down pat.
Can I take the game I've been working on the past 2 years and just use that as a base?
Can't do that.
Why not? Where do we draw the line?
So where you draw the line is, actually, simple mechanics, you can use those, and then anything that you could compartmentalize and just bring in.
I've always heard publicly available libraries.
Yeah, publicly available libraries is usually what you like
Yeah.
that also applies to music stuff.
Yeah, publicly available libraries. Would that rule also fall under code snippets and components you've
Yeah.
already created in the past? Like
Yeah.
you're using old code?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's gonna know. It's not like you're gonna be breaking any rules or laws.
Yeah. Well, you can. There's copyright laws. You can't use it as copyright.
You know a really useful piece of information I heard in the past couple of months? Develop systems to use in games. Don't develop games first. Yeah.
That's the reason the inventory system I'm working on has taken me months, is because
Right.
I built it initially incredibly generic. And now I'm shoehorning it into a project. And that sounds much more of a violent action than it is. It's just, you build an inventory system and you drop it into an RPG and you go, oh hey, the items for the inventory system that are generic do not consider the fact that they should have values. They, like currency value. They don't consider the fact that they need to have a damage or a defense value. And
Right.
so, okay, we extend that, see if that works. Okay, well, the inventory system that was built generically has these other things that need to go onto it. But really, since the core mechanics of add the item, see if we can add the item, see if we can remove the item, swap between inventories are all built in the core system. Once we got the items to behave properly, it just all fell together. So, yeah, as a general goal, I recommend building systems that are reusable and extendable as a whole, but that's just in general great advice. And something I feel like I say every time I'm here.
I basically just get everything planned out beforehand, every single case or what you're going to be using it for beforehand. For a large scale project, for a game jam, it doesn't matter, just throw
Yeah,
everything
when
at
it
the wall.
comes to game jams, my advice is don't do it right, do it fast, and accept the fact that you'll never touch this again after you submit it. If anyone asks, why have you not worked in that game jam game? Look them dead in the eyes and go, it's a game jam game, and keep walking.
Yeah.
Those stories of the people that like, because there's a lot of stories of the people that's like, oh, this team started from a game jam, this team started from a game jam.
No, a basic idea of it came from a game jam. They didn't build off of the actual game.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the same time, it's like,
How many times did they restart?
the thing is like you see that list of games, look at the very large and longer list of people who made game jam games where nothing came from them other than it being a game jam game. Like, it's not, like, don't prepare to, like, make the next big thing from this game jam game. Like, just prepare to make a fun little thing that shows, like, hey, this is what I can get done in a very small amount of time.
Not really much to do about it. Except make it work better on
Okay. So,
Frame rate stuff.
the other advice that I have for everyone is whatever project you're working on, it's not worth any fighting with other people.
Mhm.
Like, be nice to other people. There's only been one time we've been here that we had to talk to somebody like, they were obviously like a mean person, and you're like, hey man, you're being abusive. It's not like you're just, hey, whatever, stop this, like you're teasing or whatever. Like he was just straight up rude and cruel to people. So you gotta also be nice to people. So even if you are a really good coder or you're a genius or whatever, you still gotta work with other people.
Wait, what year was that?
Game Jam is serious business.
2 years ago, I don't want to name names or anything like that.
Wait, I thought it was been 3 years ago, because was that the first year I was there?
No, not even 3
So
years.
it would have been the year before that then, so
Yeah.
22, 23.
Someone
I
was
must.
writing out code, and he went to the guy and he was like, "You're the worst coder I've ever had to work with." And then
How in the world did I completely miss this?
because it was over in this room and you were in that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Wait, it gets better.
And it wasn't like, and this was like on day one.
Oh.
They were doing that. And then years ago when we had it in the church building or the theater building, there was different people that would show up and they would talk about how smart and geniuses they were and how they can code anything. And they would do great on their own because they were on their own and they would go code and stuff. But if they had to work with anyone on anything, they were just like, oh no, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. And they just couldn't work with others. So even if you suck and you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing or anything like that, but you're easy to work with, that's what we're looking for more than anything else.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
a really good way of putting it. Thank you, Chandler. Most, I'd say 90% of people that show up are really nice and stuff like that. Those were rare off cases that we actually had to talk to people like, you can't treat people that way.
So it's just been like one guy over the course of 4 years, not even.
Well, in the last 4 years, yeah, but then before that were some other people.
Oh,
That's a different 4 years, it's fine.
Yeah, it's been going on for over 10 years.
okay.
Yeah. It was the first one, was like 2016 is the one we did. So yeah, it's approaching 10 years of doing them. I don't know, you guys need guys though. 'Cause that would help. I'm just kidding.
If you have to think about it.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think of some other stuff that came up. Build daily, like even at the end of your first day, build your project, even if you have hardly anything in it. You might have some errors or warnings already, and you don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Saturday or day 2, build every 2 hours. Oh, I got a bunch done, I'm submitting this, hit build and go get a cup of coffee, sandwich, whatever. Do that and have other people test your game out, because that's the funnest thing. Saturday is a weird spot because some people are really stressed out, some people aren't, so stuff working, not working.
Yeah.
But definitely on Saturday night or Sunday morning, come in and just play everyone's game. Don't just work on your own thing. Like, go play other people's game, have them play yours. Get a feel for like, okay, this is working, it's not working in my game, or just give them good advice.
I was gonna say, if I ever need a break, because I'm usually an artist, and sometimes or a 3D modeler, and sometimes doing that I can get my arms hurting, or I'm tired. If I need a break, if I've been doing this for way too long, if I need to look at something else, I'll start taking a walk. And one of my favorite things to do is to look at other people's games and see if there's anything I can help them test. Especially since I have me and my mom both have a tendency to unintentionally break things while testing it. So, yeah, any bugs that you may or may not find, it might be a pain, but it also means that the game's going to look better in the end. So yeah, if you have the time to go and play test, if you need a break, yeah, maybe go and play test stuff. It's a lot of fun to do.
Hey, whatever happened to the break at breakfast thing we were gonna do?
We can't. Okay.
Is it library?
So the library, we have to plan that out like 2 or 3 months in advance, because a lot of groups get together most Saturday mornings on those. And so We'll actually get into that after we're done with the arcade cabinet. Bring that back up of like
Okay.
testing days, and then bring up things that help the community, sort of thing. Because that is something I was going to bring up later.
Every time that focuses, it sounds like a chipmunk.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So last day of game jam. Pretend it's the last day of game jam. What you want to do is build out your project, make sure everything's good to go, and like everyone's going to play. And then we'll all come in here on this big TV, and we're going to you'll present your game, you'll present your team. You'll upload your project. You have to have a team photo. You have to have a team name. No, you have to have a game name. You have to have a team name. But you want to make sure someone's organizing your team and uploading it. And there's also things called diversifiers. So one is if you come in and you use only sound made at the location, then that's a diversifier. If you made it for, sometimes there'll be sponsors, and if you use some of their technology, like an Xbox controller, and then Xbox was the sponsor, then you're a diversifier because it works on an Xbox controller or whatever. Those have been ones in the past that I can think of. I mean, there was one that was called Toby Eye, and they sent it to every game jam thing, and then what it did was it would literally track eye movement, and then you could build a game. So I know different people built games out using it where it just tracked your eye movement and that even your eyes with the player. So those are fun things to add to your game that you can look at ahead of time. They're on the website now, so you can look at them. And then you'll submit it off, and then you'll be a game developer because you made a game. And so we usually do a big round of applause for all the person.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah, so that's game jam. Does anyone else have any questions or comments about game jam?
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everyone. There we go. I like that. All right, so the next one, that's the end of January. Then we're going to approach the end of February. So what's happening in February is we're having Tulsa Gaming Con. And that's a two-part thing that's happening. The first one is, no matter what at Tulsa Gaming Con, we already have a booth. We have booth space, and do you guys go to like Tokyo and Tulsa or any of those places? Like, have you been to conventions before? Have you? Aaron, you've been, I mean, I've never seen a con. Phil, have you been to a convention before?
I've
Like anything.
been there, yeah.
Okay. So, all right, there's usually the area that we end up is a vendor area where everyone's trying to sell stuff, and we're just there showing off our game. This Tulsa Game Days, and we're just trying to get people to come to the community groups and stuff like that. What happened with this one is we talked to the people that were putting it together, and in most conventions they have like a free play gaming area where they just have a bunch of consoles or arcades up and running. So our booth is actually going to be in that zone. So it'll be twofold. We can have people in there showing stuff off, but also if we want to just leave computers there, they're already in a guarded area that people are going to play Tulsa made video games in there. And so we're going to want to try and get people that are in our group to like show off their stuff. But we also have what is called the arcade project, and you still have time to join in. So whoever hasn't joined the project, or are you focused on? Are you still doing a project? Are you guys still doing the Unity game, or are you like I don't have it in me right now?
It's a slow process, and we haven't done too much recently, but
Okay.
we might still be able to piece something together if we can get our artists on
So
track.
don't feel bad if you don't hit the mark, because it's kind of rough to like get all these done and like we're doing game jam, we're doing this, so like don't feel like the world's gonna end if you don't get something done. I know Adrian, Ava, and we'll finish our thing, so we'll have that. What we're doing is we're building an arcade cabinet, and I bought the computer, one of the controllers, because you have to buy an arcade stick stuff, and that's it so far. I still need to I have to make the actual cabinet and buy a TV screen to put in it. And so those are two things, and between now and the end of that event happening, I don't know what of those things maybe we'll have done also as far as the cabinet, but at least all of the games will be there in the one thing, and we'll have a cabinet somewhat. So let's do this. I'm gonna put arcade projects on, put a pin in it for right now, and then we'll come back to it in a few minutes. Does anyone want to show off their project at this event this year. You can have a whole day.
What day is it?
It's gonna be the end of February, it's at the Tulsa Game Con. Do you wanna hold, like, we're gonna put it on all the laptops? I have a new computer that's literally just for putting our games on it and having,
I could have something ready. It's a little stripped down version of it.
that's cool.
I'm trying to have I've been working on, just due to the chaos and everything with my family, I had put, over StemSim on hold. I could finally get the dialogue update finished and push that out.
Okay. So, you two are doing it, you want an animal game? You want it?
I'll be there.
What, do you want, okay, let's do this. You guys want a certain day? It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from what I remember? I'd have to look.
Wait, what week is this?
I'll look
Because I'll also have to make sure that there's nothing with my family.
it up. It is February 27th, 28th, and then March 1st. And so,
I say you might need to DM me about this. I do, because I'll have to double check and make sure what days in my schedule are free.
okay.
But I think you said Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday at any convention in Tulsa has the most amount of people. So you're gonna get your most amount of eyeballs on Saturday. So does anyone want the Saturday
I'm gonna say,
slot?
for me, I want either the Friday or the Saturday.
Alright. Aaron, do you want the Saturday slot to have as many eyes as possible?
I mean, preferably, but I'm fine with whatever.
I was gonna say the one thing for me about Saturday would be, as you said, it's also the most amount of people, but it's also the most amount of conflicting voices and noises at once.
Yeah.
There's a reason my game's about autistic overstimulation. So, yeah, if someone else wants the Saturdays, is it one person per day?
No, because we rented 3 booths.
Oh, okay.
So.
Because I was gonna say, if there's like a space conflicting, I'm willing to give up the Saturday slot for something else.
So I have a laptop that's gonna have, I don't know what's gonna be. The desktop is gonna have, I have a laptop desktop, the Xbox has solos, the PlayStation is gonna have Any Saves the Galaxy on it. And Chaz, are you bringing your laptops?
I can. Yeah.
Okay. Because do you want to leave them there the whole time or no?
The smaller ones I can.
The
Yeah.
small one, yeah.
Well,
Not your big one.
what day is this event anyway?
February 27th, 28th, and then March 1st.
Oh, okay. I'm off those days. I
Do you have
can
anything new you're showing off this year, or you're like,
I've been working with some AI projects recently, delving into that, so I can update the alien AI thing
okay?
and make him more unique.
Because because I was gonna put your laptops, all of the other stuff, and then I'll have my laptop and desktop just for anything that's already been released. So we can I'll have everyone's games so we can go through that. And then if you want, so I was gonna have one booth devoted to that, and then I was trying to fill out the other booths of like anyone that was like, I wanna show off my stuff, you can bring banners, whatever, be like, each day is that person's day. So I didn't know if you.
That's
were
cool.
like-
I like that idea.
Yeah. I haven't got the floor plan or any of that stuff, so I have no idea. As far as I know, each booth is 10 by 10. So I have 4 black tables, 2 white tables, and enough tablecloths to cover all of them. And then one booth, the idea was we were gonna have an arcade there. I'm still gonna have it, but it might just be the one game for right now.
I mean, our game's technically playable. It just looks like blocks.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care. Well, if that's the case, just whatever state it's in, let's just put it in there then. Are you okay with that? And that way, if you get something done, you got it done. If not, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Cool.
I could have it in a pretty enjoyable state by then.
Good.
I'll integrate he made some player stuff, so I make sure that's integrated and I can make the boss more interesting, some more enemies.
I bring all this. I'm also torn on Game Jam. It should. Alright, well, alright. Does anyone else have any questions about,
We can just make that the next meeting.
yeah, does anyone have any questions about the Tulsa Gaming Con event?
Is that the arcade machine?
Yeah, that's the arcade machine.
I personally, I can't remember everything I was set out to make.
You should have your spaceship is all you're likely to be responsible for.
Oh, that was the only thing?
Unless you want to do other stuff, but as of right now, it's just the
Oh, okay.
spaceship.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, cause I have this space and
Yeah.
a few things.
I don't have a laptop. Oh, you have your laptop.
I have, well, my laptop and a computer that actually runs Blender and other 3D.
Okay.
Yeah. I assume that would be like
Yeah.
probably after the main meeting points though.
Yeah. That's fine.
Don't have to.
Aaron, do you have a demo for Animal Game that's on Steam right now?
No, I'm not working towards that right now.
Okay. Yeah. Because you and Glenn are the only people that have something for sale. Is there something you want to push here this year that you want to get?
What, me?
No,
Oh.
Chaz.
Right now I'm not working on a game per se, just some software stuff, so.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted to show off or anything like that?
I could show up the alien thing, I was cool with that. That's always really fun to watch people interact with.
Right. No, I didn't know if it was like, I was trying to find all the people that are releasing something this year. I know you guys might not be releasing your games this year, but yeah, but at least like
What's the expectation barrier on the arcade machine?
it needs to. It's pretty low end PC. It can still run Unreal 5, but like on base settings.
Yeah.
So it has 16 gigs of RAM.
How much of a game does it have to be?
That's not the issue. The issue is it has to work with the arcade stick.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it has
Yeah.
that, and then you have 6 button inputs, and then the other thing. So all the hardware will be here next month to do
Oh,
testing.
putting stuff on, oh, so you're asking for games to put on the arcade?
I mean,
Yeah,
if
are
you-
we opening that up, I guess is a good question? Cause I thought this was supposed to be just those 3 projects.
If you guys want to put other stuff on, you can. It's just supposed to be a showcase for anyone to hear, so we can get.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
supposed
there's
to be
lots of
advertised.
games here in the community that can be easily transferred, like in the Saves the Galaxy or Solos can probably be put into.
Aiming, yes. Solos, no, because you have to aim with the second controller or the second stick. It was designed for the second stick.
Right.
Cause I can make battle tokens for that probably.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, because that would work, because you just need the UI to.
Yeah, it already works with controller, but
Oh, it already works.
one of them just moves the thing around and
Yeah.
the other thing is just a select, so.
And then it has the, so we'd be able to do a 2-player version, because it has the 2 on configured on the same.
Well, it's not split screen. I guess if that's a requirement, then no.
No, I'm saying you have 2 controllers. Do you want to do a split screen version or no?
I have not made a split screen.
You should not. Split screen's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
No, it has to be definitely from the ground up type thing.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so I feel good about Tulsa Gaming Con. Does anyone else have any questions or concerns about Tulsa Gaming Con?
No.
All right. So now we go into the rest of the year. Is there anything that you guys need from the community? You're like, oh, I need testers, or I'm looking for artists, or I need a programmer, or I need, to make sure the actual community has its people. Is anyone like trying to find other people or anything? Are you guys all good?
I'm good for now.
Okay. For those of you that are working on projects, what sort of marketing material could we make that would actually help you guys? So the logic is we have the Tulsa Game Devs website, which is going to showcase your game. We also have the YouTube channel. We have a Twitch channel that we could technically stream on and stuff like that. So my thinking was this, instead of game jams where you make something and all that, have more like a hack night where we already know, hey, we're going to meet up, the 4th Thursday, because half the time Christmas falls on the 4th Thursday or Thanksgiving, something happens. So we do like a 4th Thursday where you come in, that's the night, you know what night it is, and you work on your current project. And so if you can only get one thing done in the month, that's the day you work on it, because you know, hey, I set aside time for that. Is that something that would help you guys?
What specifically were you doing the fourth Thursday?
Work on your project. No.
Make games.
Where it's like you come, so if like, hey, I need a tester, we know that there's someone else will test it. If you need help working on it, you find someone that will help you work on it. But the thing is it's not going to be a consistent fourth Thursday because a lot of holidays fall on that day and stuff like that. Or people go out of town or stuff like that. But does that help people if you're like, hey, I know.
Kind of like a study hall, but you're working on your
Sort of
game.
a study hall, but also it would be nice. So like, say Glenn is working on his game, right, and you're about to release. Well, what if we did a live stream that night, and then he was able to chop up that footage and do stuff like that? Say you need help editing your game's trailer, you know, you can come in and we can all watch it and do different cuts and then work on it. So it doesn't have to be, I'm working on games, but it's more whatever you need to get your game out the door. So it doesn't have to be just programming or just this. It's like whatever you're stuck on to help you get unstuck. I don't know how that would help people though. Like Aaron, you're trying to do Animal Game. What's something, if we had a day, then people would show up and you had people for an hour, what would help you get your game done quicker? Or make more sense, whatever.
Yeah, I like this idea. I like it as a social activity, though. You know what I mean? Like we get some pizza, and we have a game to have a land party, and everybody brings their projects and whatever state they're in, and we can all look at each other's projects, and like maybe there's not necessarily an expectation of like I need help, but like if we're all gonna be there and be like, hey, somebody help me with this, and we're doing the community thing, but also if we just want to like, I just want to play somebody's game that they've been working on for a while or whatever. Like that'd be cool to have a night to do that.
Yeah.
It also would be motivating to work on something when somebody else next to you is also working on something. So.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of, I think, if you're not even necessarily looking for help for something, but like, it forces another perspective. If somebody will look at your project, go, oh, you should do this, and you're like, oh yeah, I should do this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Alright.
But as far as like specifics, yeah, I don't know. A lot of my problems whenever I'm working on it have to do with the specific little framework that I do all my programming in, all the visual, and like nobody has expertise on that except, you know what I mean?
Or you'd spend 30 minutes explaining it. Just
Right, I'm like, well, so here, and you can dig through the API, like, yeah.
What about you, Chaz? If we did a night like that, what would help you get stuff done or get stuff out there in the world?
Well, I'm not the biggest fans of people touching my single player projects, but
Yeah.
I guess it would just be like, here, you want to test this part? I just made it. Or just working alongside people, also working on stuff can be motivating in a way.
It could even be like you know, if it's like a once a month activity, it could be, all right, you're gonna show off whatever. I'm showing off the inventory system. I just made it for the game or whatever, and then people can have like a frame of like, okay, like I've been working on certain menus. I want people to go check them out and see if they can break them or whatever. You know, like this is the thing I've been working on this past month. Everybody come check it out.
Yeah.
Hope I did maybe better and that kind of stuff.
Having other people try to break your stuff is always beneficial as well.
Yeah.
One of the random ones I was thinking of is we do it, set it up for like a live stream, but we just record it. So you record the gameplay and like the person behind the camera and stuff like that. And you do basically a let's play where either you as the dev, say you finished a game, so like Chaz, you would go through Urban Entrepreneur and he would say, oh, this is what inspired me and stuff like that. And like we would ask questions. So it'd be like a group commentary where we could ask questions and talk about stuff and we would talk about how to play it and stuff. And
If
how
the
to
Twitch
guide.
channel can come in, yeah, you could just live stream, have one computer, people can all plug in their projects or whatever and just do a rotating.
Yeah.
Someone's always playing someone's game on the live stream.
And so I think that would be its own event weekend thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so the logic behind that is, say like Chez gets the video and we play his game for like an hour, and talk about, well, he gets all that footage.
That's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time, but then you can go and make a bunch of shorts for TikTok or put a YouTube video together or just put the whole thing out there.
Even if it's buggy or whatever, if it's a funny bug, you can clip that on it and be like, this wacky thing happened with my game.
Yeah, but just to help people build content to build awareness towards their games, like is that, I feel like that's more helpful than let's try and do another game jam in July, is my opinion.
I would need more help with getting the footage edited than gathered.
I can help you.
Because last time I tried to do devlogs, I found that once I recorded it and had to do the voiceover for it and edit it down, all of my progress came to a grinding halt and I wouldn't touch the project for weeks. So I've stopped attempting to do devlogs. It was nice that I felt like I had to get something that was visually progressing, but like I said, once I'd get through it, I reach the point where I say, all right, this is the day I want to record my devlog with the process I'm doing. I record it and then have to get it all edited down and just no longer touch it.
I was thinking something that didn't involve so much editing, that would just be more of a conversation. And just,
No, I think that would be incredibly helpful.
yeah.
Because all I do is once a month, I just type up what I'm working on. I don't do an actual video. I just do a quick blog post. I mean, they don't get that much traction, but what I usually find helpful is just either if you're on X or Blue Sky or Instagram, just take a screenshot or a short video of whatever you're working on that day and just post it and just keep doing that day after day. So the algorithm notices you.
All right, so you guys haven't made something before, but are you guys thinking of starting out your own projects or anything, or you don't want to talk about it?
Do you have like a game engine in mind? Do you know what the options are?
Yes, I know.
For me, I just started to learn Godot just Monday.
Huh?
For me, I just did start learning Godot engine.
Godot? Yeah,
Yes, Monday.
that's a good choice.
Godot, good.
You got it. This is Glenn here.
I like Godot.
He's using Godot.
Godot, very good. Yeah, we were talking last time you were here, I think. It might have been a while ago.
Maybe. I don't know.
Were we? I thought there was, okay. I think of something
This
else.
is the first time hearing it, right?
Here is my first time, but I was at an event that was at the cinema close to the Lewis.
Circle Cinema?
Yeah, I think so.
We might have
Oh.
met there.
When we did the,
That was 2 years ago.
it was a while ago?
The October
Oh,
before
okay,
last
yeah,
year.
that was Game Fest.
Ah, yeah, I think that was.
Yeah. There we go.
You guys have recommend for engine?
What type of gamer you want to make?
Yeah.
I like to make some mobile game.
Unity.
Mobile? Yeah. Unity's a really good
Unity.
mobile game engine. It's really easy to make a game.
Yeah.
Unity's the most versatile engine, probably. Currently, they offer lots of stuff to port to lots of different things, and that's kind of what they pride themselves on. They're not the best at anything, probably, but I like to see them as a jack in the box. If you wanted to go 3D, then obviously Unreal's the best at that right now. And if you wanted to go like strictly Godot and strictly like computer games, then Godot's a really good, better option right now. But mobile games is really easy to make games on Unity.
I would come to Game Jam and join with someone that's already in Unity, and then you kind of get a feel for it. Have you download? I would download it for him and then come here and try it out. You've already downloaded Godot, then I'm assuming. Yeah. So since you guys, so we ran into this problem where there seems to be there are people that have released their games and people that haven't released their games, and there seemed to be a divide to like get it to happen, and like people felt like that was weird or whatever. We're trying to not have that divide, and it's more like, oh no, you can finish your game, you can get it out there, you will get it done, and stuff like that. And so we're trying to come up with ways to do that. So my recommendation is, like we do the online night is the third Thursday of the month, and we do that in Discord. And what we do is, if you're working on something, you can share your screen and be like, hey, this is what I'm working on. So say you're learning Unity, you can talk to Ches, and then Ches, you can share your screen and you guys can go and talk about it. I do Unreal, and so we're in the Unreal chat, we go over stuff. Glenn's usually available for Godot, and then you also have Elliot that does Game Maker. And then the first, are you guys either on the artist side of things, or no? Okay, first Thursday of the month, Adrian runs an artist meetup group where he gets all the artists, and he's just been consistent with that, trying to get all artists.
There's now an artist
in one
group
place.
chat, by the way, if you didn't know. I thought you
And
did.
so we're trying to make the people that feel that there's a divide between who haven't had shipped a game out there, that they are still welcome and they have a place here and stuff like that. Then you also have hobbyists that are like, I never want to ship a game, I just want to work on stuff. And I want to make sure that they know they have a place here and stuff like that. And then if we ever get some big AAA company and they set up an office and they have 1,000 people here, we want them to know they're welcome here also and stuff like that. And so that's what we're trying to lay the groundwork with. The other random events that we were talking about in the future were we do Gameathon and then Tulsa Games Fest. This year, I feel like we should rethink how we do those. Or do you have?
So, we would think where is
Or
the
where.
problem.
All right, so when we do our own events, so like when we go to this Tulsa Gaming Con, we're running out of booth space and stuff like that, but there's some other big show and then we're just beside them. Whereas you went to the Gaming Fest at the Circle Center. That was our own event. We put that out there, we marketed it, stuff like that. And then last year we did Frequency, and that was actually another group. They hosted us. And then thanks to Aaron and Frequency, a bunch of people showed up and like actually like got people in the door and they played it and stuff like that.
Your face wasn't in the camera.
Oh, thank you.
Is that mic even picking you up, or?
I mean, I'm projecting enough that it kind of is.
Next week we all get our own lapels.
So things that we think are things that I think we should do in the future when we do the events is have awards. So we have, basically you go there, if you've submitted something, you can win an award. We have a long list of awards that you can give out, and we make an event that way where if you come here, here's the best game, here's the best art, here's the best narrative game, here's the best voiceover, here's the funnest game, you know, game jam game, whatever, mobile, PC, or, you know, console. We do that and then start instilling that in the group that anyone that's in Oklahoma, you can apply for our event and come here to do that. And that way you can get accolades for stuff you've actually been working on really hard, and it's like, hey, no, this game is worth looking at. Also, when it comes to marketing purposes, because we have that event, then you can use that. And so say you make a game and you won best narrative, like it has a really great story, well, you can put that on Steam, hey, I won this, and then we have our website that says, no, you actually won it because of this event and stuff. And that helps people within the community grow that way so they can come from outside in. Gameathon, well, okay, what was great about it is we had a bunch of computers at one place to do everything. Yeah, I'll talk about it. So Gameathon was, we put everyone's game out there and it was all available, and the idea it was a marathon of games. You just go and play everyone's game and stuff like that. And it was for the people that showed up, they had a blast because there was all these game plays and stuff like that. But it wasn't actually pushing the group forward in a sense, because it was like, hey, it's, you know, a lot of the same people that normally show up to events are what showed up. We were getting outside people. And so we're trying to get outside people to see the games and then build up the Tulsa Game Devs brand more. So say it's more of a consistent thing. Like say Phil's working on something, you could give us a video and be like, hey, here's something I worked on. We can upload it to the YouTube channel and then put it back to your stuff. And then like you're working on an Animal Game, we'll be like, oh, we did a launch party for Animal Game. Okay, you know, we'll post that on Instagram, but here's this going on. And so the idea is instead of having a publisher for all these games, we still do all the stuff that a publisher would normally do. That way we can accomplish getting the word out there without being like, hey, I need to spend 10 grand on Facebook ads to make sure I can make, you know, $15 on this game. Because that seems to be the issue we've run into in the past. And so we were trying to figure out what would help build the brand of Tulsa Game Devs, but also help you guys in return. So I went through that whole speech and all of that, and I know I jumped around. So putting it in a thing, what would help you guys get your games out there and promoted, or your projects, whatever you think you need, so that you can be successful? Do you guys actually
Money.
money? Obviously, right?
Give
But-
money, please.
Let's say, okay, but also, you come to meetings and stuff like that, but there's a level of, if you say, oh, someone comes in and we made this game in Tulsa and it makes millions of dollars, well, it doesn't really do anything if the whole, like, you don't come and say, hey, this is how I made the game.
Mhm.
Or you have people from your team give a talk about how we actually pulled it off or anything like that.
I think we can worry about that when we get to that point.
Well, no, because there are, like, I worked at different ed tech companies and stuff like that in Tulsa that have made over $1 million, but, you know,
No one knows their name.
no one knows their name and stuff like that.
So with the Tulsa Game Dev YouTube and everything of that nature, are we posting on a regular schedule?
Monthly schedule.
Okay,
As soon as this is done, I'll post it tonight.
yeah.
It's just his meetings so far.
And it's just meeting. No, actually I did the interviews with Elliot. Oh, where we went through his game. I bought a big projector screen, so I had the game shooting on a projector in the background, and then he was playing. So it didn't look like just normal game footage. It was like in a kind of cool environment and stuff like that.
I'm gonna say, if we can get, and this is a bit of a large ask, but if we can get it to posting at least once a week, I'm curious how much that's gonna shift an algorithm in our favor.
Yeah.
Would this be done under one account or?
Yeah, it's the Tulsa Game Devs account,
Okay.
which I'm not monetizing it also, so don't.
Even if it's just reposting something that he shares a devlog to Blue Sky or Twitter
Yeah.
or X or Facebook.
I know
whatever
that
it's
you
called
reshare something sometimes. That's from your personal account, I think.
What did I
The create something interesting.
Yeah, that's my personal.
Okay, but that's not the Tulsa Game Dev one. That's a different account, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were we wanting to do?
Well, no, just what he was saying.
now. Yeah,
Just
like
whenever
even
one
if
of us
it's-
makes a post, just
Mhm.
reshare it, post it, spam it everywhere, so people hate us.
I do that on most stuff. If I see
You're gonna say,
it.
if it's all through that same account and it's posting at least once a week, we've got a better chance of having that account get in front of a set of eyes.
Mhm.
Because we've all seen the rate of the internet. By tomorrow, whatever is posted today will never be seen again.
Mhm.
And so,
Unless it's like one of those weird things where you somehow get recommended a video that's like 15 years old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, like, even for that, it has to be like once a day.
But
Like,
at
not
the
once a
same
week,
time,
probably more
by
once a
the time
day.
that weird event happens, there's a good chance you're done with the project. And
Yeah.
it's not gonna help you that much.
Well,
But-
I think two of the things that could really drive that content are some of the things that we already mentioned tonight. Like, I think the awards is really good, because then you have the whole, like, marketing up to the, you can do the nominations, and you can do little clips of the games, and you can do interviews with people and cut those into shorts. If you're really gonna make content, I mean, I think that's easy. Tulsa Game Devs account.
TikTok would be good. We're forgetting TikTok.
Yeah.
That's what all the Zoomies love. You do
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok's really good
You know,
for,
I could
for
probably
getting
ask my
visibility.
brother about that. He's like gotten like thousands, if not millions of views on TikTok before. Some of his stuff has gone viral like several times.
And what I've heard with TikTok is it's not difficult to get thousands or millions.
Yeah.
Not to downplay it, but to really pull out the attention that is a good place to start looking.
You just need to get the format. There was a talk someone gave at GDC, I think 2 or 3 years ago. They were just giving an overview of TikTok. And it's like, basically the thing is, a lot of companies overthink it for when they try to do ads on it, when all you really need to do is just, some of the most viral videos have just been someone holding their phone up to their screen, just showing off some cool mechanic.
So
Yeah.
literally one of the things that for my brother, he's not a game dev, but one of the things he did that went viral was him just like screaming in sadness. Cause I know this is completely off topic, but it's again one of those things that just someone holding a phone to like a phone to a screen,
Mm-hmm.
because we had just had to put down our dog, and we go into the car, turn on the radio, and the song that immediately starts playing is "Dog Days Are Over." Yeah, but it's literally, it's like, yeah, that's not game dev, but literally all it was him holding the dog collar right in front of the radio. Like,
I mean, that's screwed up, but did it work?
and you